Die fuhren hier erst vorbei und wir sagten, dass wir hier haben Honey for sale. Und wir haben noch some Honey kijken hier. 8 $. 8 $ a bottle. Put 10 in, 2 out. There we go. Let's say a schmuck.
Do you want one open?
Ja. Nu wel de manchens nach Wiesen, wo wir had not Honig van gekregen. Hier zijn al de bees. Ik weet niet wat je zei, bees op Deutsch. Oh. Can you open one, sir?
Yeah. We'll open the smallest one.
Okay. Millions and millions. Dat is zo van schrikkelijk saai.
So this is the brood chamber, and the
So there's no honey in this that we
well,
can harvest.
that's right. This is where the queen is.
Oh.
So you can see on these ones, there's a queen excluder. It's a
Okay.
metal thing
Okay.
that keeps the queen from going up here,
Mm-hmm.
and so all the honey is in here.
Okay.
So this is a newer hive that hasn't built up enough yet to need a second box.
Okay.
So probably by the fall time, this one will start producing honey also.
So any
Okay.
honey they have on this hive, they eat.
They consume.
So we wouldn't harvest this because it would have.
So they need the honey. Do they need the honey for energy?
Yes. They
Okay.
And they use the honey to build wax.
Oh.
Like that's how they build their comb.
Oh, wow. Oh, die angst mir das hier. Da kann der an mein Arm sperren.
So on here, you can see the bigger bees are drones. I'm looking. If you look, I don't know how good your eyes are, but you can see the larvae in the cells. Can you see the little inside the
like
cells?
little
There'll be
Mm.
there's little white,
Yeah.
Curly.
and so the big bees here in the corner, in the top corner here, are
This
drones.
one. This one's a drone. So it's
No, yeah, that one's a
that
drone.
one's a
Though
drone.
Now, do they make that
They make-
hexagon
yes.
stuff?
So
Yeah.
that's the wax, and they use.
Oh my
turn it over.
goodness.
Is that
It's all such a cool pattern.
a queen there? No. Yeah. So they build this out, and then the queen will lay in there.
Yeah, and you can see that in there. There's all like jelly. I mean, there's no mature. I'll pull one more.
This one's capped,
Is it capped?
or it's.
What's that mean?
Because this is a brood box, so it's just for laying new bees. These bees are capped so that they are, they've been fed, they've been taken care of, and then they've kind of been sealed over for them to start to
probably there
mature.
will be some newer brood on here too if it's capped.
And then when you get to the honey supers, we talk about capped, we talk about the wax is over top of the honey, and once it's 100% over top of the honey, we know we can harvest the honey. We don't want to harvest it until they cap it with wax, because that's what tells us is that it's the right consistency. It's in.
Now, when did you get into this?
3 years ago.
You're enjoying it?
So in here you can see the larvae. Like
Oh,
some of the
yeah.
cells have little.
Covered
They
over?
look.
So
well, those are covered.
These are all new bees. See, this one here is hatching right
Oh,
here.
see that? Look at that. Ooh. Where was it?
Right.
Yeah,
here.
he's got his butt sticking out.
No head.
That's his head. So
Oh, that's
he's
his
using
head?
his antennas and he's trying to get out.
Oh my goodness.
And then this is their honey that they eat off of.
Okay.
And then tip it a little bit this way, Phil. Nope, the other way. I was just going to look for larvae.
Yeah, there are some.
Oh, and then the white is larva.
Okay.
Yeah, you see it down in there. They look like worms.
Yeah.
Those are all the
hate
larvae.
saying
I know.
But, and then somewhere in here there's one queen who does all the laying.
Wow, isn't that amazing?
But this,
And she
like
can
this
lay
right
She
here,
rules, eh?
this
she
right
can-
here is
Their honey?
honey.
Oh,
So
nice.
because it's capped like that with wax,
Mm-hmm.
And this one was the one that wasn't doing well, and now she's doing much better.
Ah.
starting to lay.
Mm-hmm.
Though I'm noticing that the frame beside you is a lot of honey.
Yeah, that's fine. I put some empties in here.
Maybe pull it out and I'll just explain then how we do this.
I got one liking my sandal. So you just let them crawl
Yeah.
on you?
Yeah.
That's
if-
actually
I
a
think as
male.
long
That's
as
a
you-
that's
if
a
you don't-
That's a
drone.
drone.
I think
That's
as
a
long as
drone.
you
It
don't
can't
swat
sting you
them, they're
anyways.
okay.
Well, they
They're
can't
pretty
That's-
happy right now.
That's
That-
why when
I
you
won't guarantee that you won't get stung though. So
Okay.
you're here at your own
We're here at our own
And,
rest.
and when
We're actually doing pretty good.
yeah.
um,
We are down here all the time.
I'm trusting you because
well,
you guys
the
are
thing
working
is
with
that
them.
I get stung like sometimes 4 and 5 times a day, but
Oh,
it
okay.
doesn't really
But
even
he's
hurt
opening the-
anymore.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
at first,
This one's just a whole bunch
at
of-
first, like I couldn't go to work the one day because I got stung in the face and my both eyes swelled shut.
Oh, yeah.
So at the beginning, until you build up,
Oh, lots some more
So
honey, yeah.
That's more honey. So
Oh, wow.
if this whole frame was like this,
You did.
then I take a knife and I take this
Shave
capping
it?
off,
Yeah.
and then we put it in the extractor and spin it, and then it comes off. But this honey down here, flip to your side.
This is
Right
so
here.
interesting.
This honey, if the frames look like that, then we wouldn't harvest them because that's not ready. It's not
not dried
dehydrated.
out
It's
enough.
not dried
Yeah.
out enough. Then you get really thin honey, and
Yeah. Okay.
it's more watery.
I am impressed that they don't bite you.
Yeah, they're quite. I mean, they're a little bit. I wouldn't bring you down here in the fall time when they're a little bit more feisty because they're starting to sense that they need to start.
these are a lot of nurse bees. So they're the youngest bees. And the forager bees, the ones that go get the nectar and the honey, they're all out of the hive right now, and those are the ones that will sting you. The nurse bees don't sting.
Oh, they
unless
can.
They can, but they don't unless you
They don't want
actually
to.
trap them. But the older bees, the ones that are out getting stuff, those are the ones that protect the hive, and will sting you if
They feel threatened.
they
or-
feel threatened or anything.
Yeah.
But these young bees, and all those are gone right now, so that's why we can very easily stay here without them even minding us, because the new bees, they don't care.
So when a bee is born, it goes straight into a nurse bee. So that nurse bee takes care of the new brood that the queen just laid, the new eggs, and then it moves to as it gets older, it just keeps moving to the next jobs, and then eventually the bee will become a forager bee, and then
And after 35 days, it dies,
they
Now,
die.
what about, why is the bricks on here?
just to keep the wind from blowing the lids
Oh.
off.
Well, that's not really true.
So all these
Bricks on a hive, you would never want to mess with a hive.
all these
bricks.
flowers that are here, are they feeding off of those?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but
But
they
that's
go
more
for
just
2
my
kilometers.
Oh, that's okay.
But the bricks on a hive usually will also tell a beekeeper what's going on in their hive.
Oh, okay.
So, like, we might have a brick standing up like this, and to us, that means maybe it doesn't have queen.
Oh, okay.
So, bricks on a hive, we keep them for the wind, but also we use them as markers.
Okay.
So,
And I want to know, I don't know for sure, but I want to know why the honey in the store doesn't taste the same as ours.
No, this is really awesome.
And there's one of two things. Like if we had sugar pails sitting here of
Yeah.
sugar water, they would eat that and mix it with, and they would make it into honey. It just wouldn't taste that good.
Maybe that's
it
why.
wouldn't be pure.
I don't want to.
flour
I don't want to
honey.
spread. I don't want to spread conspiracy theories. The other reason could be is often like commercial beekeepers, they'll set up their hives beside like a field of canola,
Yeah.
and then you'll only get
Canola.
cold
honey.
canola honey.
So
and-
what's this one? What are these feeding off of?
Just
Everything.
clover and just everything in the area.
Everything in the area.
There's
Like
apple
any-
orchard over here.
Yeah, but that
there
was done a
was
long
snap-
time
So
ago.
there's pesticides on that plant.
I would say that like pesticides only last about 24 hours before they like kind of die or like they become inert. But if for example bees were in the orchard and the farmer was spraying,
Yeah.
then it would kill all the bees in there.
Oh, okay. But what if it goes to a plant that's just been fertilized?
You mean like pesticide, like
Oh, yeah, or
Sprayed.
pesticide.
sprayed?
Would it go into the honey?
No, I wouldn't. I don't know, but I don't think so. Because
Okay.
I would think that
Well,
if the bee
thing
took
is
it in,
that, like,
if the bee took it in, it would die. So it wouldn't even make it back to the hive before it would die because it's ingested pesticide. So I don't think that bee makes it back.
Okay. Yeah,
But-
that's understandable.
well, and also, like, really, a farmer doesn't necessarily spray when his crop is flowering.
No, that's
Like,
another
also
thing.
not
Oh,
gonna
that's
happen.
okay. Yeah.
They're spraying once the apples are, and then the worms are getting into the
Yes.
apples.
But
So
All right.